If I saw another day, all I do is scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, thinking of about the same mistake. Darling, will you go away? It won't be as simple for you.
I'm on mute, for goodness sake. Yo guys, yo guys, yo guys. It is Old Man G here, back again, RDS. With another disappointing result this season for Manchester United. Manchester United 0, Man City 3, in what was ultimately a poor performance for Manchester United. And to be honest, I'm a bit tired of getting dunked on at Old Trafford, man. I mean, I know we beat them just last season, but you know, this was a poor performance. We'll get into the game. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, we are United X, smash the notification button for latest Manchester United news and more. I mean, by the way, this is live call-in, guys, as well. So if you want to call into the show and have your say, I pinned the Streamyard link so you can come in. I obviously take United fans first, and then we will look at City fans if they're watching. City fans are watching, you know, they can come onto the show as well. So, but yeah, this was, you know, I think for people who were astute, I did put Ten Hag out as the start of the thing, but I was like, you know what? Let me just hold back a little bit, because I mean, there are a few things. So the first I'll start with just to get out of the way. First thing is it wasn't a penalty. That's the first thing. That's I'll just get that out of the way. I don't think it was a penalty. And I look at the two decisions in the half where Haaland puts his hand on he doesn't even pull him. He just puts his hand on him. He goes down theatrically, and Michael Oliver, who basically didn't give Kovacic. I mean, the dude must be getting paid, and it's fair enough. I know he goes to UEA quite a bit, so dude's getting paid, and he gives a penalty. I don't think it is. I've seen so many of those happen in the Premier League, and they're not given. So it's a weak ass penalty, and at the very least, my arguments be consistent, because if you know, that is a penalty or a foul, then what Stones did on Haaland is when he was through. And Haaland, being too nice, as a lot of United players are, they don't think they're not, you know, at the end of the day, Rodri is a dirty player. Talented player, but a dirty player. He made the most of that challenge, most of that meal. There was probably more contact from Stones on Haaland, but he decides to stay up. And unfortunately, in the game of football, unless you go down and make a meal of it, they're not going to look at it, and they didn't look at it. So if the law was fair, you would effectively done that. So but I want to put that aside, because just my thoughts on those on the first instance, because I think in the first half, although we didn't play well, and quite frankly, Onana saved Manchester United a lot. Onana saved United a few times, and if there's only player that's probably, you know, can say anything positive in this game, it's Onana. Because if Onana wasn't in goal, or they made the saves, it could have been 5 or 4-0. That's that. And you know, and just speaking about that last play in the game where Nana makes that fantastic save to come across goal and to deny Haaland, that back post. So that should have been at the end of the first half. So that should have been a wake-up call. The back post on the left, right. Why is Haaland getting so much space to get a header off at the left? That needs to be sorted out. Because we were lucky. Onana made that save to keep us still in the game, leaving it 1-0 into second half. Because that's a goal. If he doesn't make that save, that's going in. Okay? The second half, we don't learn that. And literally, which happened so many times last season, we concede straight after this. Don't switch on, concede. That actually happened a lot last season. Now, I'm going to, now, don't get me wrong, Rasmus, I'm going to go in on Ten Hag. I'm going to go in on Ten Hag. I'm going to go in on Ten Hag because I said this for the longest on my channel. You can go back to the channel, is that for everyone gassing, oh, we finished third place, oh, we got a Carrico, it was a good season. I said on my end of season stream, I said it was an okay season. It was an okay season. I don't know how you can say it was a good season last season when we lost our treble, when we got pimp slapped by City, by United, by Brentford, and we got knocked out out the Europa League in the way that we did against Sevilla. Yes, I know we got to 2 finals, although Newcastle had so many injuries in that Carabao Cup one, especially their keeper. But at the end of the day, like I said, I was like, I don't know how you can call us in a good season. There's certain issues that I'm seeing with the fact that our defense, if you want to keep it a stack, our defense is the reason why we finished third last season, the amount of goals that we conceded. It was our defense. De Gea, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Lisandro, and Varane. And if Varane was unfit, you could play Luke Shaw in there and bring in either Dallo or Malassi or whatever to cover. And that worked. You know, because our defense, our front line was solid. Now, now our defense is makeshift. Because obviously no De Gea, so De Gea's gone. Which, by the way, like I said, if De Gea was in this team, he'd be conceding more goals. I stand by that. When I saw that lineup, right, and this is me going to, and I was like, so you mean to tell me in 2023, after spending 400 mil plus whatever, that you're starting Lindelof? I mean, people were going in on Ollie. People were going in on Ollie playing Maguire and Lindelof against City. Maguire and Lindelof are centre backs against City. We're playing Maguire, like deep this, guys. People are going off at Ollie for playing Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, and Wan-Bissaka against City. Plus or minus Dallo, whoever would come in. And they were going off. Why are you playing Maguire and Lindelof together? Why are you playing Maguire and Lindelof together? We played Maguire, Lindelof, and Johnny Evans and Dallo against City. And Ollie and Jose would have got done for Sonnet. That back four was a disgrace in terms of the selection, not the individual player, but in terms of the selection. Ten Hag coming out saying, "Oh, I'm playing in Lindelof and Evans that way for tactical reasons." Well, Ten Hag, can you please tell me what tactical reasons? What were the tactical reasons? I really want to know what the tactical reasons were for this. I'm curious. I genuinely am curious. What were the tactical reasons for playing Maguire and Evans as a centre-back pairing against City, and then playing Lindelof at right back and Dallo at left back? What were the tactical sorry, I think it was Lindelof at left or right. I don't know. Oh, Coutinho, you knew that you were going to win, man. Come on. What were the reasons? Also, this is on you, Dutch. By the way, this is on you, Dutch. What were the reasons? Someone needs to explain this to me. What was the tactic here? Because I actually have no problem with counter-attack transitional football because it can actually look really good when played well. And I saw us do it with Ollie at times. So if the issue was we're going to counterattack, like this is why I don't understand. Like, what I want to know, Ten Hag, is what exactly were your tactics going into this game? Was it generally that you thought that you were gonna just see out a draw? Oh, by the way, for those like YouTube is running mad. YouTube is running mad. I don't know. I think people are experiencing lag problems. I know I'm experiencing lag problems. So with YouTube. So if you're experiencing lag problems, that's not me. That is I don't know. That is it's YouTube. I think now streams lagging. YouTube hasn't been working all day today. Everybody's having problems with YouTube today. Keep coming up black screens. Yeah. There seems to be some issue with it. Just seems to stop and start and stop and start. I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. Frauds. I just want to know what the tactics were today. That's all I want to know. All I want to know was what were the tactics from Ten Hag today? What were they? Basically, stay into the game and try and nick a point. Because there was nothing in that game, not the starting 11, not substitutions, that made me think Ten Hag wants to get something from this game. You play 3 centre backs. So were you wanting to play a back 3, but then you play Dalot in the wrong position. You then play Amrabat and Eriksen in front of that back 4. You then play. I mean, let me look at this lineup again. You play Amrabat and Eriksen here. You then play McTominay for because I don't know because what McTominay is now scoring goals. He's now basically where Bruno should be, who now is put on the right, and then Haaland. Like this is brickish, and it's brickish because when you look at the bench, you're like, damn. We've got Garnacho on the bench. Reguilon is there, who's at least a fullback. Mount, you're signing. Martial, Varane, Mainu, to be honest, both of them I would rather put in that midfield over these guys who have no legs. There's no pace here at all. Eriksen doesn't have legs. Amrabat isn't that quick. And Tommy doesn't have legs. So you've got a dead midfield. You got a dead midfield. You've got a dead mid. Look at this midfield, guys. Look at this midfield, guys. It's dead. It's dead. And then let's not even talk about, so this is what I'm saying. What was the tactic here? I'm looking at the squad. I'm like, what was the tactic? If anyone in the chat has an expert on, let me know what it was, because at least with Ollie's defense counter-attack hoop, I'm like, okay, just defend well, hold the ball, and then quickly pass it to either Martial, Cavani, Rashford, or whoever to get them to run. Or when we had Greenwood, I remember when we played. We had Martial top, Rashford left, Greenwood right. Just pass it to them. They're quick. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. And we're missing that pace of thing, Greenwood, by the way, and then Sancho didn't know. So instead, look, it's unbalanced. Look at this team. 3 centre backs. You then have a guy who's not he's not a central midfielder, Eriksen. He's actually a cam. You then have a holding midfielder here. You then have essentially 2 midfielders here in Bruno. One is playing on the wing, and then you have Rashford, who's been garbage, who's almost been atrocious. That miss in the first, to potentially make it level was the touch was fine. You got to score that, Rashford. I'm sorry, you're getting paid too much to miss stuff like that. You're getting paid far too much to miss stuff like that. Yeah, YouTube is yeah, it is buffering no matter what, nonstop, no matter what. Yeah, it's not me. It's not me. I don't know what YouTube is doing. I really, really don't. It's terrible. I'll come back to your comments though in a second. But this is just bear with me, guys. You might have to come back and listen to the streams from that. I'll keep on going. So, but yeah, it's YouTube. At the end of the day, this is an awful performance in Manchester United. Awful. And it's awful when you're essentially playing, literally, you're playing 3 centre backs and 1, 2, 3, 4 midfielders with 1 number 9 and a 1 winger. And that's it. This is a grossly unbalanced side. And this is on Ten Hag. I can easily go, right, let me fix this. Let me bring in Varane for Evans here. Let me put Dalla where he should play. Let me put Reguilon where he should play. Let me play Mainu next to Amrabat. I'll put Ericsson here to give us a bit more creativity. And then I'll play, when there's no Palestrin bench, although he should be there. So what I'll do is I'll play Martial as 9, Rashford is a left wing, and then Garnacho there. Or if you really want to place Anthony, put Anthony there on the right, Rashford on the left, and Martial there, Garnacho, whatever. Or you could put Rashford up or Haaland. I don't know. But what is really concerning me, because like I said, I'm not keep on going, thanks, mate. Because what really concerns me about this result, and this is why I'm saying the title is Ten Hag will get sacked. This is why I'm saying Ten Hag will get sacked, is because I'm seeing similar things to what Ollie was doing. And we're seeing the same players getting picked. And we're like, why is McTominay always getting picked? Why is Rashford getting picked? Why is Bruno always getting picked? And I'm like, because these guys have the key to the managerial job. That's it. These guys have the key. So we used to think, why is it Ollie? Why is Ollie keep on picking? He's saying because they have the key. Ten Hag had a bit of leeway before when he was winning or doing well. So yeah, you can say to Maguire, Sancho, Ronaldo, you have it in the bank, whatever. But now it's like, yeah, no, you now need to rely on these bums. And against Newcastle and Acabo, he's gonna play those guys. To be honest, I think we should get out of the Carabao Cup. Like all this crap about, oh yeah, we need to be in all competitions, can win. Well, Ten Hag, we're not winning right now. We're not winning, and we have a lot of injuries still. So get out of the Carabao Cup as quick as possible. Play Mainu, Majri, the kids who actually give a damn. Okay, do that, and then we can focus on points. Because I mean, I'm looking at if I look at the Premier League table, let's have a look here. United are 8th, and are 7 points behind 5th. Okay, in order to get to CL football, because to be honest, we're not winning the league. We're not winning league at all. That's just not happening. It's not happening at all. It's not. But in order to get CL football, we need to get 5th, and we are 7 points behind 5th. I know we seem to play Villa. Is that even 7? Yeah, 7 points. Now, yes, we've got some good run of games. Fulham away, Luton at home, Everton away. You got to win those games. You got to win those games. And then see. Because Villa, I think, have... they got paid Luton today. Obviously going to win. Their way to Forest. We'll see what happens. Don't really know. Maybe they'll win. Fulham and then Spurs wait, and then they've got Bournemouth. So Fulham have got some decent until the December when I think they have big fixtures against City and Arsenal and Brentford, and then we play them towards the end. But 5th, because the reality is United are not better than Spurs, are not better than Arsenal, not better than City, not better than Liverpool. I'd argue we're not better than these 3 teams either, or even West Ham. But the aim for me is you got to get fifth. We got to get CL football next season. So if Ten Hag is going to stay or not, we need the CL football next season. So the Glazers, and ultimately it is their fault. The ownership. I mean, I don't know whether it's because Ten Hag had hope that he was going to get Qatari ownership, maybe that the Qatari ownership was going to come in. He thought maybe that was going to help. And then after being told that no, the Glazers are going to stay, no, it might be Sir Jim, no, no, whatever. It's a mess. United are a mess. United are a mess. United are a mess. And in a way, this kind of this idea, because at the end of the day, this belief, this deluded belief that the Glazers have that United are still going to be profitable, that United are worth 6-7 billion, that in the future with revenue, United are going to be making money. Guys, I don't know where that's going to come from, because we're not going to be, because that's based on CL football and merch. It's not working. It's lagging. It's lagging. So I'm just going on. It's lagging. It's lagging. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. YouTube is bad. I want to just keep on streaming because I know it is lagging. So I'm hoping that people can come back and watch my reaction after the events, because YouTube is just a mare. It just seems to keep on start and stop and stop. So I can see it because I'm streaming myself just up there, and I keep on seeing myself on the screen starting and stopping and starting and stopping, and it's done. YouTube is crap. If you want, I stream on Facebook as well. So I think this might be why I go back and return to streaming on Twitch. So we're streaming on Twitch from now on. But yeah, I mean, yes, okay, we're only 2 points from Brighton. We're not that far from sixth, but we need to get into this fifth CL spot, because we're not better than any of these teams, as we should. We lost to Spurs away, we lost to Arsenal away, we lost City home. We're going to lose to Liverpool at Anfield. We haven't played Villa yet. We haven't played Newcastle yet. We have to try and pursue fifth and hope that Villa just get some dip in form. That's it, really. That's it. We're eighth. We're in eighth position, and quite frankly, Ollie, Jose, etc., people were sacked for worse. But I think that because this is now becoming the new norm for Manchester United, this is the new norm for Manchester United, the way that we do things right now. It's like, yeah, he's eighth, but see what happens. That's it. That's it, guys. That's it. That is it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you look at the next fixtures. We're going to be spanked by Newcastle at home, by the way, unless we make some drastic changes. We need to beat Fulham and close the gap, and hope beyond hope that Villa can somehow drop points against Forest. They'll probably beat Fulham. Maybe they'll drop points against Spurs. They'll beat Bournemouth and then probably drop points against City and Arsenal, maybe. And we need to do something to them at home. It's a joke thing. But at the end of the day, I don't know why I'm talking about what other players need to do, because United just are not good enough. And the only hope that I have, if there's any hope, is that when our injuries come back, when Wan-Bissaka comes back, when Shaw comes back, that these players come into the team and do something. As soon as Wan-Bissaka comes back, I don't want to see Johnny Evans and Maguire in this team. Maguire can play sometimes Varane with Wan-Bissaka, that's fine, and Dalot there at left back, that's okay, we can do that. But I don't want to see makeshift stuff, and I want to start to see Mainu, Medri. I want to see that, because Ten Hag is going to get himself sacked at the end of the day. He's going to get himself sacked if he continues to play the same players over and over again. That's this one's like. So at the end of the day, I stand by my title. He will get himself sacked, because if he continues to play the same teams over and over and over and over and over and over again, he is going to get himself sacked. He's got to get himself sacked. Let me quickly read some of your comments, then we'll go into the player ratings. I'll not keep this long because YouTube is being brickish. YouTube is being very, very brickish. I'm going to try and see if I can see it on other channels if this is the same. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter where you go. It's just a black screen. Every place, it's just brickish. It's just brickish. Let me read some comments. Don Magna, big up. Christmas shout appeal. Please send in super chats so that please do send in super chats so that we can raise travel funds to buy Bruno a toothbrush for his Freddie Mercury inspired yellow brick road teeth during Xmas. Bruno is, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's because it must be at this point. It must be a job thing because I genuinely believe that if a manager is going to get sacked, he has to play Bruno, Rashford, and McTominay. I think these guys are the ones that hold the managerial power. Definitely Rashford and Bruno, I think. That's what I think. Jose and Oli were sacked for less, to be fair. They were. Oh, Oli, this. We played. I mean, at the end of the day, you can make an argument that with Oli, the biggest mistakes Oli made is re-signing Ronaldo, which disrupted the team. Sancho, spending money on Sancho on the right wing, who we thought was going to cook but didn't. And obviously the issues with Greenwood. Ten Hag out now, says Gaz Elliott. Rasmus says he wants to go. Domo Jones says, don't forget how long it took to so many times around. He needs time and money. Don't forget these guys. Yeah, I know. This is why I'm not saying Ten Hag out and like that. I'm not. But I can question his tactical acumen. Like, yes, I agree about the Glazing ownership. And I've already said that I don't think United are going to win a major trophy under current ownership with the way that we're run. But that said, even with Jose Mourinho, when he made his subs, like, I got it. Like, I understood. I was like, right, okay, this makes sense. With Ten Hag, I'm like, the substitutions today and the team lineup state made 0 sense. Like he said, I'm starting with 3 centre-backs for tactical reasons. Well, what were the tactical reasons? Please educate me. I don't know what the tactical I don't know what the tactical reasons were. I don't know what the tactical reasons were. I'm still, it's the funny thing on YouTube. Sorry, as I interject, is that you can still watch ads, but you can't actually watch the shows. That's how brickish this place is. But there you go. Big up RDS live YouTube not happening today. A bit like YouTube. Yeah, it is. I might do a follow-up United Forum show afterwards on Monday when this whole thing, because this is obviously completely brickish. I'm going to wrap up in a second. Rich Sports says poor pen decision, but can't comment. I knew we were going to lose because whatever anyone says, we've been playing absolutely crap all season. We've not played a good game all season. Something's wrong, and I'm tired of basically these frauds playing like crap all the time under whoever's in charge, and are paid like ridiculous amounts. Like, if you can't be a professional and play and have some fight, like even in the game, I was like, why are we not running down, chasing the ball? I mean, I don't know if it's the midweek physicality that we're tired, the injuries. I don't know. But we look tired all the time, and we're not even a quarter of the way through the season, and then these guys are going on an international break. Madness, man. 8 verse 11 again. Bruno, Rashford scores shouldn't be anywhere near that pitch for us. Not good enough. No passion, no fight, no effort, no idea. Can't start us Newcastle. Otherwise, no defeat coming. Yeah. They will start. I mean, personally, for me, I would bring in Mainu and Medjbri in. You can play Amrabat if you want. Bring in Reguilon and actually play fullbacks. Bring in Reguilon and Dallo. You can play Maguire and Evans if you want. It doesn't really matter at this point. Or you can play McTominay there. I'd rather actually play. To be honest, I'd rather, if you want to be tactical, Ten Hag, play McTominay as a centre back. Okay, play McTominay as a centre back, and then see what happens there. Okay, maybe we start there. Okay, because there's no point. You can even play Casemiro and Amrabat together. They both don't have legs. Like, it was an absolute disgrace for that second goal that we conceded, and the third to a certain extent. When there's like, much like the defending against the teams in space, what's going on? The same cutback goals that we concede against Arsenal, against City against the season. Where is the marking from the midfield? What is going on? Terrible midfield, terrible defense. Yeah. Let me quickly read. There is no bigger fool in football world at the moment than this Ten Hag. Shame on him, says Man Lutata. Even Gaz would play the right players over Enzo. It's weird because at the beginning of the season and even last season, when he made some selections, like, okay, this makes sense. And I'll say right now, guys, selling Fred was one of the worst decisions ever Hag could do, because quite frankly, our most balanced midfield consistently was Bruno, Casemiro, Fred. All could speak Portuguese. It could work. It could work. And at the end of the day, this is what, you know. At the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know. He sold Fred because it wasn't going to take time, because, like, and this is the thing. And I'm just going back to this point, because I want to make this point, because I get the whole thing with time, but what for me is different with Erik ten Hag compared to, say, the other coaches is that with Ollie played all of his signings. He played Ronaldo. He attempted to play Sancho. He played Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, and so on. He played his signings, and Rashford and McTominay. He played them. With Ten Hag, it's like, right, I'm questioning your tactical acumen, and I'm also questioning your decision making, because you phoned and said, right, I'm going to spend 60 mil on getting Mason Mount, who had a year left on his deal. In one of the biggest games of the season, you don't start him. Why? If you weren't going to play Mason Mount, you weren't going to start him. We could have saved 60 million and got him for free next summer at least. Then okay, you didn't spend the money on him. But you, Ten Hag, you went out of your way to give him the number 7 shirt, to bring him to the club, to do what? To hog the bench. Anthony, right wing, and you know how he plays, incredibly one-footed. I know the beef with Sancho, but Anthony is awful. You're not playing him. Haaland is the only one you play consistently, and I feel for him because the guy doesn't get any service whatsoever, and is still a youngster learning his trade. Amrabat, you took off at half-time. So tell me, Ten Hag, you bought these players, you brought them in, you're not starting them, or you're dropping them, and you're going back. Like, if I just go back, if I look at the lineup here, okay, Onana he bought, fine. But Dalot, Maguire, Evans, I don't even think even Evans counts at this point. Lindelof, McTominay, Rashford, Bruno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these players are not your players. You brought in Eriksen, Haaland, Amrabat, and Evans and Onana, okay. And I don't even count Evans, to be honest. I don't even know why Evans is here. Okay? On the bench, you have a Mount and Anthony, who are your players, and Reguilon, who are your players. You're not picking them. I don't understand. I don't understand. I really, really, really don't understand. Let's quick go into the player ratings, then I'll finish this live, because YouTube's still being brickish, man. Let's have a look of the comments. Let's have a look. Saka manager, well, no different when managers getting rid of players, bring in players, play their way. Cannot get rid of players. Yeah, we can't. We can't. I should be okay. I'm looking at myself on the screen now. I should be all right now. I seem to be doing okay. So YouTube should. It looks like YouTube be fixed. I wish you were streaming on Twitch. YouTube's bricking so badly. Yeah. I'm looking at it because I'm seeing myself on the screen. So I often do that, and it looks like I'm okay. 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 But like I said, I'll round up. I might go back to streaming on Twitch again. I stopped streaming because I wanted to get to partner and I wanted to just do watch-alongs. But it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we were embarrassing. We were pathetic. And it's just not good enough. Let me just quickly switch to the player ratings. Yeah, there's I think a bit more stability now of the collection now. Let's go to the player ratings, guys. I'm done because I'm tired with this team. I really am. I'm tired already. I'm so tired with these bums. Let me just quickly change to that, and hopefully that should. Hopefully, I think we're smooth now. YouTube must have fixed this brickish problem. Turn that as well. Right. Player ratings. Right. Onana for me was United's best player. I'll give you Onana a 6. He made a couple of key saves, especially that one in the second half. And at the end of the day, we conceded not because of him. We gave a penalty away, and if there was better marking, then I think it's a different story. Our defense actually let him down, as it has done in the past. So I'll give Onana a 6 for the way that he played. Let's have a look. Maguire. Maguire. I mean, to be honest, Maguire and Evans both I'll give them like 4s. Just not good enough. And at the end of the day, I mean, this is the defense United are playing. Ollie had Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, and Shaw, and people were clowning him. We're playing Dalot, Maguire, Evans, and Lindelof. It's a joke. Dalot 4 as well. I don't think he really contributed that much. It wasn't awful, but no one is getting above a 6 today, by the way, just so everyone knows. But yeah, he's getting a 4. I don't think I think there was more activity on the right-hand side, but not particularly effective. Lindelof, I'll give a 3. It's not his fault. He's playing as a left back. For some, it's not even as a left back. Sorry, as a right back. Because Dalot was playing on the left for some reason. I've said several times, and this is why when a lot of people are saying, when Amrabat was it, don't play Amrabat there, play Lindelof. Lindelof will work. Lindelof will work at fullback. I'm saying Lindelof will get cooked by any decent player if he plays there. He's not a fullback. He's not quick enough to be a fullback. He's not strong enough to be a fullback. He's not good enough going forward to be a fullback. At the end of the day, he's just not good enough there. And hopefully the debate about him playing as a right back should be silenced now. Okay, he was done at the back post at least twice today. Awful. I actually thought I was genuinely surprised that he was playing. I thought I called. I thought Varane maybe sort of, but the fact that these two came in, I think is insane. I don't know why Varane didn't start, and I don't know why Varane and Reguilon didn't start. I don't know. Ericsson, again, another one where I didn't really understand the starting, to be honest. Like, I thought maybe McTominay would go here and then, get a bit of width. Like I said, I don't know what I'm not going to go into tax, to be honest. I'm tired. Ericsson for me, same, not good enough. 4. Amrabat hooked up at halftime. I think it was okay. I don't think we played better without him. 4 again. Like I said, as I said several times, I generally don't understand the upgrade here. We sold Fred. Big up Matthew, man. We sold Fred. For what? We sold Fred and we bought Amrabat and Mason Mount, and I've not seen anything from those guys that tells me that they are better than Fred. I've not. Big up a show, and in the chat, Onana 7. Yeah, I gave a 6 because I don't tend to like to give when the whole of the team has been so bad. I tend to keep with 6s, So, Bruno Fernandes 4 again, poor, playing out of position. Why is playing on the right? I've got no idea. So Ten Hag's tactics were play with 4 midfielders, 1, 2, 3, 4, and play with 3 centre backs. Was it like 3 at the back? Was he trying to play 3 at the back with a diamond and then only Dalot and Rashford to give the width to Haaland? Was that it? Or was he trying to do like a 3-5-2? Dalot to come into the midfield to play 3-5-2 up top? I don't know. Whatever it was, it didn't work. See, everyone else 0. Yeah. McTominay 3. Awful. I know he was scoring G's. But unless you're going to play him as a second striker or as a striker, there's no point in playing him here when you've got Bruno on the right. Like, you've got to make a decision, Ten Hag. And all of this that I'm seeing here is indecision. Like, I don't mind if you want to play Rashford into form, do whatever, even though I'd start Garnacho. You bring on Garnacho, Martial, Anthony after 80-something minutes. I don't know. Ten Hag, I don't know. Rashford, 3, not good enough. Again, poor, plays too many games, probably injured. Garnacho in better form, set. And Haaland, I'll give Haaland a 5, 4.5 to 5. He needs to score that goal at 1v1 chance. And that's the thing about the first half, is that we had 1v1 chance that we should have put away. We had opportunities. We didn't. We didn't finish. And that has been the issue, Manchester United. People spending so much energy criticizing Onana Maguire. At the end of the day, our front 4 attack has been awful. And it's been awful for 2 seasons now. We only scored goals last season because Rashford had a good purple patch for about 10 or 12 games. Overall, our attackers have been awful. Ronaldo wasn't good last season. Anthony was garbage. Bruno hit or miss. And now they're not scoring any goals. Rashford has 1 goal in 10 league games. Anthony, 0 assists. Haaland, where's his goals coming from? In the CL, yeah, but where are the rest of them? Where are the rest of them, guys? I don't know. Where are the rest of them? I don't know. But anyway, guys, it's been poor. I might do a proper follow-up show because YouTube has been awful with this whole lagging situation. So apologies for that. Unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know where we go from here. My only hope is that we get injuries back. Like I said, the goal this season is CL football because, we're not winning any trophies. It's CL football, and then we need to decide whether we stick with Ten Hag or not. I'm honest, I don't know because I've yet to see us play well at all this season. It's been awful, and I'm very much concerned with Manchester United Football Club. I really, really am. We can still get 5th if we really go for it. You can make an argument should United drop into Europa League, but are United even good enough to beat Europa League teams? Really? Are United even good enough to beat Europa League teams? I don't think so. Liverpool in the competition, who will slap us. So, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for those for watching. Apologies. I'm going to end the stream now because, like I said, the YouTube lag, man, is doing a madness, man. If you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, we are United Eds, and smash the notification button. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers. Peace.